Hey there, YouTube. Just doing a quick little update on my kind of outdoor city scene that I have so far. I've made a couple updates to the walls, and I got me a. Let's kind of move the bike out of the way. U.S. Postal Service box. My diorama, I'm kind of going for an 80s to 90s theme. So phone booths were still a thing, paper dispensers were still a thing. Uh, Dressing very strangely has kind of always been a thing, but post office boxes when people used to actually mail stuff. But slowly coming together. I've done a lot of work on the walls. Like by his head, you can see it's a little bit different shade of brown, like you're covering up graffiti. And over here, I did it several places, different shades of brown. This one's almost charcoal. Covering up graffiti. This brick pattern is made of resin I got off eBay, and let's just say it's very bendy, and if you bend it a little bit too much, it cracks right off. So it looks really nice. It has really great detail to it. I also painted up here a little bit. But as you can see, the wall itself looks really, really nice, but it's very, not quite brittle, but it's not tough stuff. And so I gave it a backing, and you can't really tell now, but it's one solid metal piece behind there, steel, and it's actually also a whiteboard, and it has an aluminum edge on it. So, sorry, it's telling me my battery power is getting low. I had to read it real fast. But so basically, it's a whiteboard that's magnetic behind here. And it was a little bit too big for the brick wall. I don't know how I messed up the measurements, but I did. So I added a top part here. And this is my first attempt. I actually painted it brown up there. It was a darker brown than this, just for a little color difference. Looked like crap, so I painted white over it. And that's what all these are. This material's kind of spongy. It's a very firm sponge, very firm, almost like those sponge sanders you can get. Even more so than that, actually. But it just absorbs all paint. So I was like, damn it, what am I gonna do? And then I just ended up, I had some white base coat. It's just to cover something you're gonna paint with another color. And I went up to right about here and went, and that's how it looks. You can still see the black, but it looks a lot better. Second one, I did that right off the bat without messing with the brown or dabbing. That looks a lot better. Another interesting thing that having this nice solid backboard does is this. It's magnetic, so I can make props for this and move them around when I want to change up the diorama. So, and that's a pretty heavy duty magnet. I accidentally put two of them together right here. For the life of me, I cannot get those apart. I'd need a nice thick plastic tool like a knife to get up in there and wedge them apart. But with just my fingernails, just went down the steps. Can't get it apart. Any other updates? My last video, you saw the phone. Post office box. This is kind of an interesting one. I found this on Etsy. It's 3D printed. It's really well done. They got the color down spot on. The weathering's quite nice. But they had kind of a generic logo there because they're not going to use the post office logo. So off eBay, I got some, I think I spent $10 on a pair of U.S. Postal Service cufflinks. And I popped them up on there after I took off the stem on the back. You just clipped it right off the back, and works pretty darn well. It's not perfect, like the sides you can kind of see it's a brass or a bronze, but from here, a couple feet away, it looks great. It actually opens and stuff. This wasn't too bad as far as price, but it's this stuff costs like 5 times more. Just this one costs 5 times more than this. Let alone that and that. These are all made of metal, hand done, like real, like micro bolts are used on this. The only thing that isn't metal on these is a little bit of wood in the top, and the core of these are actually wood inside right here, but the entire outside skin and the door is metal, is the plexi. That's the only thing that's not metal besides the wood. This is all 3D printed except for this little locky thing here. But it looks really nice. I am really surprised. Look at those legs. They got the bolts on there. They're dirty. It's seems a little bit short to me, but there's all sorts of variants for these mailboxes out there. See how it's longer on this side and shorter over here? I feel like it should all be like down to this next bolt here, like right about there. But if I wanted to, I could mod it, but I'm pretty darn happy with it. See right here, you can see the pattern from the 3D printing, but almost any angle you can't see it. And once you get about this far away, you can't see it at all. It fits right in. I like it a lot. So with the walls and the phone booth, just still one of my favorite objects I own. It's beautiful. Turn on the light. It's motion sensitive light. Bloop. You see that phone up in there? I'll show you real fast if I can get my camera up in there. It's kind of hard in these dioramas. There we go. Here goes the phone. He's reaching for it. It's beautiful. I love it. I'll go out even further. Now it's a fisheye. Sucks. No fisheye, please. There. Anyhow, that's about all the updates. Oh, I did do some painting. I had these two painted already. I tried to match this one up. I think I did an okay job. This only took me like 10 minutes to do. These took me hours. So I'm slowly learning what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's about it. Here goes the arcade. I have no walls for this setup. I want to do, I still have 2 of these walls left, so I think I'm just going to kind of put it right here. Instead of trying to build a whole building, just, I just don't have enough room for like a whole building with windows and everything. I'll have outside, then I'll have inside, and it's just cut and dry. And it'll still look really nice. But I'll just put another wall in the back there that's brick but cleaner. And then maybe some inside arcade kind of decor. And this here will also be brick on the back side. And I think that'll be good, I'll have 2 kind of cool displays. And I'll be happy with it. And this is just the top of my dresser here. So, I don't have that much room to be building, full-size buildings. But I'm excited to try making some outdoor, like, I don't know, like a meter, have some drainage going down, kind of blend it. Some sort of, like, old posters kind of fading out. I'm gonna go full on the walls, maybe a little bit of graffiti on the post box, and kind of blend it, because these are like, bam, I got a lot of graffiti, and then there's nothing and nothing. So Got to kind of blend it. I may even cover some of this up on here. I'm not sure. Not sure. Still thinking on it. Every day I think of something new I want to try out. But these walls really turned out nice. Cooler, magnetic. And it's very sturdy now. I've had this back one fall over because I used gaffer's tape to top, bottom, all this on the top. Kind of just makes it blend a little bit better. But this fell over, knocked all these over. Thankfully they were further apart, so they just hit the carpet. But these ones, I had like 3 of those just fall over. This is still where it fell. And so, yeah, I'll work on this one. I'll have a little arcade area, and I'll have a little cityscape, street view. And I think I'll be pretty happy with it. I'll just keep adding on to it until it's too busy and it looks horrible. Anyhow, y'all have a great one.